Hey, Don Copeland here, and just going in a little bit deeper on the new UV printer that is a roll fed, our 24H3R. And in a previous video, you may have seen some samples we did where we printed up some UV transfers to put on some different items for a mythical brewery. Sad to think of mythical, but it is. And so we wanted to go in a little bit more in depth to give you an idea what it costs to do each of these things and what the potential is for making money with the printer. So we'll start off, we actually did, right here as you can see, and we got them printing right now as well, we did 4 different sizes of transfers, ranging from, this is a 4.5 inch, this one right here. This one cost about 13 cents to print. So we use that here on this large tumbler as well as on the license plate. The next size, and I think was probably the coolest and most practical, is here on the pint glass and on a 32-ounce tumbler. We did a 2.75 inch, so 2 3/4 inch logo, and that one actually cost just a hair under a nickel a piece to do. Keeping coming down in size, we did the smaller tumbler, more like a stemless wine glass. That one was 1.75 inches, and it cost just a little bit under 2 cents to produce. And now given, that's for the ink and the film, all right? And then the smallest one, because every brewery gives out the highlighters to their, you never know when you may need to highlight. You may be playing beer bingo or something, I don't know. And this is a 1 3/8 inches, 1.375. And this one costs 1.2 cents to actually generate, all right? Now to put this all together, what I've got printing here, and we'll show you a picture of it when it's done, we actually did a gang sheet of about 37 inches. What I was trying to do was get roughly 20 of each of these on the page. I came out with a bit more than that. It came out to about 37 inches. I'm gonna look at my software here so I can tell you exactly the breakout of them. I had, of the largest ones, we did 20 of these, so that was our starting number. Of the next size, the ones that are on the beer mug there, the 2.75 inch ones, we did 22 of those. I'm sorry, 21 of those. We did 22 of these, and we did 28 of the small ones. That was about 37 linear inches of film that we used. If we want to be more exact, we used 37.7, 38 inches worth of film, and our total cost was $4.71, okay? That was to produce a minimum of 20. So if the customer came to you and said, I want batches of 20 of all of them, it would be even less than this, but I just tried to optimize filling in as much of the page as possible. So you give them some bonus ones maybe when they get it, all right? $4.71. That's crazy. You're talking about over 80 transfers, actually closer to 100 transfers with the extras we did. And the total cost, it was $4.71. To give you a perspective, we did some research using our dear friend Google. I looked up, I think it was wholesale custom UV DTF transfer, something like that. And a couple of the places we looked at, here is a range that I found. Ordering 1 gang sheet of 22 inches wide by 24 inches, which is the width that we typically print out, is 22 inches, right? The price ranged for a 2 foot by 22 inch, all right, from a low of $23, $24. By the way, that was if you buy 100 sheets. So if you bought one, it was 66 bucks. All right, that's for slightly more than half of the number of transfers we're printing here. So you can see, even if you were offering the one-off price, or the 100 off price to your customers at one-off, which do not do that. That is not good. You make a hay when the sun shines, right? So, but even at that price, you're talking about probably $3 worth of printing here would have gotten you $2. You're 8 times your money just by doing that. So it's very easy to see that the potential for this to do transfers and just sell them wholesale is off the chart. The other side of the coin is what can you charge for your customer who you're actually providing the products that you're embellishing as well? What value does it bring to the market to be able to do that? So the sky's the limit on this right now, folks. There's not a lot of people in this marketplace currently doing this type of work wholesale. That's part of the reason that you're seeing prices that are crazy. 20 times what they're paying for the product. That is what they're charging for just printing transfers. This printer is going to print about 17 linear feet per hour. So you look at this job, slightly under 4 feet. You're going to print somewhere in the area of 4 to 5 of these sets per hour, right? And if you can make 50 bucks, 60 bucks a piece on each of them, you can see that's really, really good turnaround. It's a relatively low interface type of machine. You got to be around it, check on it periodically, but it's not like you have to hover over top the machine while it's printing. So you can very easily be running other pieces of equipment in your operation. A regular t-shirt based type DTF printer, an embroidery machine, even a flatbed UV printer, and still keep this beast running, just cranking out money for you, end on end, 8 to 10 hours a day. So that's it. That's your startup. That's our first ROI we've done on this machine. And I think that just seeing that alone can give you an idea. Anybody in the world can sell these things for $1 a piece for each one of these transfers. If you can't do that, you need to get into some other business, all right? And you really are going to be charging much more than that when you're putting these out in moderate quantities. Or if you got people who want to buy a few of a specific one, you gang them up with others, cut them out and ship them to them, and you might be marking them up 40, 50, 60 times what they cost you to produce.